They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Come back.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. Boy, CD Mack, just from day one, he's looked so good in a Bears uniform, literally and figuratively. And some Raiders fans watching this saying, oh, I wish we had him on our team.
Yeah, just about every Raiders fan saying he looked a lot better in silver and black. Why don't we still have him? But in Chicago, immediately comfortable, fit right into their defensive scheme. They said, go get the passer, and that's exactly what he's done. Leonard Floyd, another first-round pick coming from the other side. He has really helped Chicago get off to a great start, and they love how he disrupts teams' offenses.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Tiger. Come back. Richmond.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson eluding the pressure right. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. That is caught inside the 5. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And that one results in 35 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football. It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Down. Black 22.
They'll go with Foreman. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky escaping the pressure right. And some room to roam now. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. play action. Now Trubisky. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Possession of the ball going back over to Houston, and this is a Texans team that, remember, they started 0-3, but they've won 5 in a row. They looked so good dismantling Miami last Thursday. So, I mean, what's the ceiling for this team at this point?
Playoffs. It's got to be playoffs because they've got a chance to get back to where they were before, which is AFC South champs. They're getting their defense back. J.J. Watt back to being his dominant self. Deshaun Watson getting better and better each and every week. We're watching this team grow, and in a division that's struggling, they can emerge and be that team. And when you have a guy like Watson in the playoffs and Watt rushing the passer with Jadeveon Clowney, you've got a team that can be dangerous.
For a second, I thought I was in the booth with Jim Moore. For a second.
Big Jim.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
That goes for a gain of 31.
Richmond.
A first down carry now for Miller. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Jonathan Bullard. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? A shotgun snap for Watson. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, Watson. And he finds his man Griffin. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Kiki QT, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Chicago coming back out here on offense, and boy, Mitchell Trubisky, 2 more touchdown passes last week in the win over the Jets. 13 now in his last 4 games, and they're now 4-3. And the headliner, though, for me was, oh, that's great, but did you see what he was wearing, Trubisky, walking into the game?
I certainly did. The Mike Ditka sweater vest, vintage Bears look, had the shades going as well. Didn't notice if he was chomping the gum or not like Coach Ditka did so well, but he played well in the game. He's been playing well. Needs to continue with consistency because the Bears, think about this now. A 2-game losing streak was snapped, and during that 2-game losing streak and now this win in the NFC North, they went from first place to last place back to first in the past 3 weeks. Not too bad.
But keep in mind, both Khalil Mack and Allen Robinson were also out due to injury in that victory. So the Bears fighting through despite those guys being gone. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. He leaves this one for Howard. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete.
Richmond. Reset.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
On 1st down, Trubisky. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And this will be a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Back to the air, Trubisky after the pick 6. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burton. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. Flush to his right. Now on the run. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Trubisky on 1st down. Steps away to his left. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sims. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down. And
able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Trubisky. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now it's Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cullen. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. Oh, nice move. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Richmond.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. Over the middle, complete. That's Griffin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's now 10 of 10 throwing the ball here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long.
Tiger.
1st half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy, stone-faced, wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And we got to go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go, 3rd quarter. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Whitney Merciless in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll let it go. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the return will stop right around the 25. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And able to work his way down to the 16. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Here's Watson now on second down. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Richmond.
Here's Miller. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now fourth and goal. They'll run. It's Miller. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. But with that incompletion, I want to take a look ahead to Sunday night, Charles. Packers-Patriots, only going to be the second all-time meeting between Brady and Rodgers.
Yeah, they met in Lambeau in 2014. Aaron Rodgers' Packers team won the game, I believe, was it 26-21. And head-to-head, Tom Brady had a nice night, 245 yards and 2 touchdowns. But Aaron Rodgers, 368 and 2 touchdowns. I can't wait to see them go back and forth in this one. I hope it turns into that type of a shootout game where, you know, one team scores, here comes the other, and both of them have big, big games.
Do you think it's eating at Brady? I know he's had a lot of success, and he's never beaten Aaron Rodgers.
I don't know that it's eating at him, but he's the type of guy that is always looking for motivation, and at this stage of his career, he has to search to find it because he's done everything. Yeah, being down 1 to Aaron Rodgers, that'll be a motivator for him for Sunday.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On first and 10, it's Trubisky. Dancing to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to bring him down for a loss loss of 7. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they left little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Trubisky. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Clowney in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Tiger.
They go play action here on 1st down. Unable to corral him. He fights through. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Come back.
Watson on 1st down. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Come back. Richmond. Mike, check. 59. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Tiger.
Now Watson going to sneak it. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand.
Hey.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 29 yards. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think...
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Brandon Dunn busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Back now in Houston. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Again, it's Miller. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Watson, and he's got the completion to Hopkins. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, here's Watson.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Trubisky fighting the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Throwing here, Trubisky. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Whitney Merciless in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
They'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Red's up!
Trubisky with the give to Howard. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And Watson's going to throw it here. He'll buy some time right. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. And it is no good. So maybe a little final act of mercy there. And that's how this one ends. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.